Lately, I've been sitting with this quiet, aching question. Am I meant to be a mother? Or did I miss my chance? Did I miss my opportunity? I'm 35 years old. I'll be 36 in August. And time is not on my side. As they say, your biological clock is ticking and mine is ticking faster every day. And the pressure of time and age is really getting to me. It's like, I want to be ready. I want that future. I have visualized that future since I was a little girl. But the reality is, I don't have things set up to be a mom. But I also don't have time for things to be set up to be a mom. I live in an apartment. Groceries and life is exponentially high. I struggle sometimes to take care of myself. And the thought of having to take care of somebody else in these circumstances is stressful. But I thought by this time, by this age, I'd be married, I'd have a couple kids, I'd have all of these things. And now that I don't, and now that the clock is ticking, it's like maybe I missed my chance. Maybe it's not in the cards for me. There's this question of, if I do have kids now or in the next couple of years, am I going to be that super elderly mom at the playground? Am I going to be 80 and my kid's 20? Or I don't know. Am I going to rob them of a life because I decided to wait? And maybe that option is not even mine to have, because it's so much time has passed and I'm so late in the game that it's not really going to be a reality for me. Then I think about my life so far. It's been all about me. I wake up when I want, I go to sleep when I want, I get to do what I want when I want. And that changes when you have a child. It's not about you anymore. It's about this other being, this other person, and their needs and their happiness. And you kind of get placed on the back burner as a parent. And I ask myself, am I too selfish to be a parent? It's not about having a mini me, although I used to think it was. Oh, I'm going to have a little version of me and I'm going to raise them in my image and my morals and my values. And it's like, no, this little being has come here with their unique self, their own blueprint and way to do life. And I'm here to shepherd. I'm here to guide. I'm here to help them navigate this earthly plane and all of its nuances, and provide them with the knowledge that I've gained to make it a little bit easier for them. And in doing so, try not to F it up. Try not to F them up. Try not to mess them up entirely, which is not possible because we are ever evolving beings, and parenting does not come with an instruction manual. And you're just doing the best that you can each and every day, but it's a tremendous amount of responsibility. And am I selfless enough to take it on? Do I have what it takes? Can I put my ego and my pride and my, selfishness and self-centeredness to some extent to the side? Because I've, for 35 years, only had to worry about myself. Yes, I have a partner, but my partner is not a child. He's not dependent on me. We're two, self-sufficient beings creating a life together. But when you have a child, it's completely different. They're depending on you. Their very survival depends on you. How they navigate the world depends on you. How they look at themselves, how they view themselves, how they view others. their gifts and their talents. You're nurturing it, and you have to do so in a way that honors them and is not about how you see the world and how you think things should be, but in a way that truly is unique and understanding and accepting of them. Do I have the self-awareness to do that? Honestly, not from a selfish place, not from a place where, I want them to be an extension of me, or like their lives are an extension of my life. And no, can I truly, selflessly, lovingly do what is best for them each and every day? Do I have that ability within me? I don't know. I really don't know. I see my parents, I see my relatives, I see my friends and their parents, and they're wonderful at it. But I see how much of them it requires, how much time, how much energy, how much consideration, how much responsibility. And it's a tremendous, tremendous amount. And I don't know if I have that in me. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I see my parents, I'm 35, and I still call them. I still need them. I still need them. And it's that reality that from the moment that child leaves my womb till my last breath, I am a mother, and everything that comes with that. And all the things I'll need to rearrange in my life, and how I view life, and how I view myself, and how I view responsibilities is going to shift. It's going to be a shedding and a death and a rebirth. And that's the other thing. It's like, am I ready for that? Am I ready to shed all that I know about myself? All that I've come to know and love and accept and appreciate? Am I ready? Am I ready to shed that and take on this new identity and all the clunkiness that comes with it? Then I wonder if this is kind of part of the Disney curse, and I say that lovingly and laughingly. I was a huge Disney kid. I still am. I'm older, but I'm still a big kid, and I'm still obsessed with Disney, and I still watch so many Disney movies, Pixar movies. And I remember wanting my knight in shining armor, wanting my castle, my white picket fence, my beautiful nuclear family. And I wonder if that is really true to who I am, or if that's part of the societal pressure, right? Like, you're a woman. That's what you're supposed to want. A family, children, white picket fence, a home. And there's a lot of me that is deconditioning what I thought I'm supposed to be, how I thought I was supposed to show up, how I thought I was supposed to present and be in this world, and how much of that is really true, and how much of that is like layers and masks and narratives of other people that's kind of been compounded on me. It's kind of been like multiple masks that I've been wearing for such a long time, trying to be somebody that I'm not, to appease people or be perceived a certain way. And so I wonder if motherhood is wrapped up in that. Is motherhood wrapped up in that? Is it a societal pressure, or is it a true desire of my soul? Part of me is like, I've been a nurturer for as long as I could remember. I was always the person who was babysitting at the family functions. My cousins had kids before me, and I always wanted to watch them and care for them and cradle them and feed them and run behind them. Like, at 14, at 16, that's what I was doing on my weekends and during my summers. And I loved it. Every time we get an animal and a pet, like, I'm the one who's walking and feeding and training and, taking care of up until its last breath. And I take great pride in that. Even now, I feel my life feels empty without a being to nurture. And I want that. But do I want it all the time? Is it conditioning? Is it real and authentic to me? I don't know. I'm peeling back those layers. I'm being super honest with myself. Because the last thing I ever want to do is bring a child into this world, which I'm going to get into in a second, for selfish reasons, only to resent motherhood and to resent my child and to resent all those things. And then touching on that, this world is crazy. I mean, maybe every generation has said that, but I truly look around and I'm like, it's like chaos and destruction. And I'm barely making it. I couldn't imagine bringing a pure soul into this chaotic space. I'm like, is that even the right, correct thing to do for me, for them? Do I have what it takes to navigate that craziness and nurture a little human and protect it from all of that and have it come out somewhat unscathed? Because I don't know if you could really come out 100% unscathed, even if you're the most wonderful parent with the most incredible family in the world. Then I think about, like, is my perception of motherhood skewed, narrow, one-dimensional? Could motherhood look like being a fur mom? Could motherhood look like being a mentor? Could motherhood look like adopting? Could motherhood look like fostering? Could motherhood look like being a surrogate mother of sorts to neighborhood children in community spaces? Motherhood doesn't necessarily mean I need to carry a child for 9 months and birth that child. Maybe it's meeting children at different phases in their life. Maybe they're teenagers and they need a responsible adult to lean on that's not their parents. Maybe it's like a big brother, big sister kind of thing. Maybe it's, connecting with children who are orphaned. Maybe it's doing work in the community and being a community figure where children of varying ages could come and lean on me and connecting with me. I've also thought often about creating a community for young girls and creating more opportunities where there can be connection between older generations and younger generations. That is not just familial ties, but cultural and community and all types of things. I know for me, like, my older cousins were so important in my life, and there's a lot of people who don't have older siblings or older relatives who are close enough to their age who can relate to them, but at the same time still be a voice of reason. I'm not sure. I want to zoom out a little bit and see all the possibilities, not this one way, and get myself pigeonholed into this one way of being. Maybe there's multiple and infinite ways that this could find me and this could be my reality. I don't know, and I want to be open to what it could look like and know that mothering shows up in so many ways, and it doesn't just have to be this or nothing. I'm also a deeply spiritual person. I believe in God. I love the Lord. And there's a part of me that's like, maybe I'm fussing over this for no reason. Maybe I don't even have a say. Maybe it's already been written. It's being divinely executed as I speak. And I'm getting myself in a tizzy about it, and it's already done. It's on its way. Whatever that is. Whether that is physically carrying a child, whether that is fostering, whether that is adopting, whether that's volunteering, whether that's being a fur mom, whether that is all of the above. What if it's already been written in the stars for me? Yes, there is free will, obviously. There are clear-cut ways that you can avoid being a mother. And there are clear-cut ways that you can find yourself in motherhood. But I also want to take the pressure off of myself and lean on my faith and the fact that it's already done. It's already written. And if a child or children are meant to come through my vessel, it is, in my view, a contract I've already signed. My soul has already signed up for that as part of this earthly experience agreement. And instead of getting all in the weeds of it, I can just be present, day to day, moment to moment, and know that I'll know exactly what is meant for me when the opportunity presents itself. If the opportunity presents itself. And know that it'll be perfectly aligned for me because it's been divinely chosen for me. And so therefore it will be perfect in that I don't need to worry, and I don't need to fret, and I don't need to fuss, and I don't need to get fixated or try to solve it, because it's all already working out. And this reflection is not to solve it. It's not to come to a conclusion or to have an answer. Quite the opposite. Just speaking it out loud, saying what feels true for me in the moment, listening to my voice, finding the clarity, and accepting what is in this moment, and living in this moment, and being present in this moment, and not trying to worry, but also not trying to ignore what I feel, because that's important too. That's a signpost too. And it's a very real reflection, and it's a very real fear. To feel like time is running out, to feel like it's never going to happen, to feel like, you made the wrong choice, to feel like, you don't even know what the right choice is, to have your doubts and hesitations about the path of motherhood. It's all real and raw. But what is also super comforting is I've just been seeing more and more women have children in their 40s, and of course that comes with its own set of everything, right? Having kids in your 20s comes with its own stuff, having kids in your 40s comes with its own stuff, and everything in between. But I've just seen in my reality this message coming through more and more about more women having children in their 40s, and I might be her. That might be me. I might be adding to the roster of that. And it's comforting having healthy, beautiful babies, no complications, no difficulties getting pregnant, no unpleasant pregnancies, feeling super grounded in who they are and in motherhood, being devoted, being doting, and just the sense that I get is just that they're so prepared for it, as prepared as you can be, right? It's like, who can really be prepared for parenting? You can't. But they're prepared enough, they feel grounded enough, they've lived enough of their lives, they feel stable enough financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. They want this child, they have what this child needs, and they're willing to give their all. They're committed to health and wellness in ways that they weren't in their 20s and their 30s, like the way that they're eating, the way they're speaking over their body, the way that they are surrounding themselves around people and environments that are nourishing to their soul and therefore to their vessel and their physical being. And I dig that 1,000,000%. I dig that. One of my favorite artists is Ashanti, and I've been watching her show with Nelly, and I know people have their commentary about their relationship and such, but what I can say about Ashanti is that I see how much she is just like in motherhood 120%. And yeah, she's in her 40s, but like, that woman is energetic. She's lively. She's happy. Her soul looks youthful. And so it radiates from the physical. It radiates into the physical. And it's just like, yeah, she's older. And yeah, she's an older mom and all of these things. But man, I couldn't tell. I really couldn't. I really, really couldn't. and just seeing more and more people take their health more seriously, live longer. You know, I've seen videos of women in their 60s who are just fit as ever, lively, energetic, healthy, sound mind. I've watched this show, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. I think it's called Blue Zones or something, and it talks about the centennials of the world, the people who live to be 100 plus, and just where they are cognitively, where they are in their just physical ability, and the overarching themes that these people from all over the globe share in common. And it's having a community, it's eating really well, it's feeling like you have a purpose, it's movement, finding ways to move your body, and one other thing that I'm missing. But I feel like if you have those tenets in life and those pillars for yourself, you're gonna live a long, rich life. I remind myself that I, have grandparents who lived until their late 90s, late 90s, talking 99, 98, and it's possible. Many things are possible. And that, I've also seen so many people live a beautiful child-free life. Beautiful. They've traveled, they've created communities where they get to be a elder and parental figure in their community, but without the responsibility of parenthood, and how fulfilling that is for them. And they have rich and wonderful lives with beautiful partners, and they feel happy and healthy and whole, and that's a reality. I've seen people who are like the neighborhood dad or the neighborhood mom, and the kids come over and they're showing their art projects and their grades, and they're asking them to go out and play with them. And there's so many ways to be influential in a child's life, whether that is being their parent, their guardian, their confidant, their teacher, their mentor, their guide, their relative. There's so many ways, and I know whichever way finds me, it's going to be one of the greatest joys of my life, because I love children. I really love children. I know that some people choose to have a child-free life because they're just not fond of children. I love them. They are brilliant. They are pure. They are wise beyond their years. They see things that we don't. They give context and meaning to life in ways that you just are indescribable. They keep you young. They remind you to be present, to have fun, to seek joy, to always be a student in life. They are some of my greatest teachers. And if I get to guide one of those beautiful souls, I will feel very lucky and grateful in whatever capacity that is. I often hold a lot of guilt and a lot of grief about not being certain on this topic still, but talking it out makes a difference. Being honest makes a difference, and trying to give myself more grace. It is a big responsibility, and it's okay to not be sure. It's a big change in life, and it's okay to grieve what I thought I'd have about 3 kids by now, and to now see my life and how different it is, and how unsure and unclear I am, and how I waver. And it's okay to feel that guilt, and it's okay to feel that grief, and it's okay to feel that shame. It's okay. And it's okay that I don't have the answer. Maybe I never will. It's okay. I don't know if I'll be a mother in the traditional sense. I don't know if that decision is mine to make, or if life will decide for me. But what I do know is I carry mothering within me, that nurturing softness. I know I do. I see it every day. I've already been nurturing things and people and animals. And that matters. That counts. And for today, that's enough. If you're in this space too, this in between, this space of not knowing, I welcome you with open arms, a lot of love, and a big old hug. I don't have the answers. I'm no guru. I'm just here being present, being open, being honest. And I hope that that gives you the courage and comfort to do the same. Love you.